Good morning friends, welcome to JCE Connect. Today's subject is Additive Manufacturing 15ME82 C Division Module 5.4. Myself Dr. Anand K. Vasmani, Jain College of Engineering, Belagavi. Let us see the outline of the presentation. Introduction, definition, process manufacturing and discrete manufacturing. Identify discrete manufacturing concept, process manufacturing and customer complaint and feedback. Let us see Introduction to Industrial Control System. ICS is a collective term used to describe different types of control system and associated instrumentation, which include the device, systems, networks and control used to operate and or automate the industrial process. We can see now the definition. Industrial control system is collective term used to describe different types of control systems and associated instrumentation, which include the device, systems, networks and controls used to operate or automate industrial process. Depending on the industry, each industrial control system function differently and are built to electronically manage a task. Next we will see identifying discrete manufacturing. If you want to get a clear picture of discrete manufacturing, think about a vehicle assembly line. As the car or a truck moves down the line, workers, maybe even robots, keep adding parts and components to it. Some of the components were manufactured and assembled elsewhere and brought in for the final assembly. But no matter how many parts are made and assembled, and there are 30,000 parts in the typical car, they are distinct from one another. Of course, there are many other examples of discrete manufacturing, but the assembly line and the scrapyard show it at its basic level. Its most silent feature is that the final product, whether it's the automobile or in subassembly, is manufactured sequentially and requires sophisticated planning to ensure that the creation and assembly of the products are completed in the correct order and that all of the parts are made to close tolerance so they fit together perfectly. Process manufacturing. Process manufacturing is associated with industry that make products in bulk. For most part, process manufacturing occurs in bulk quantities. Pharmaceuticals, paints, foods and beverages are prime example of products that go through a chemical conversion based on the formula or a process. Unlikely discrete manufacturing, the individual parts that make up the final product are not easily identified after they have been processed, and the materials that make up the product cannot be disassembled and reused in another manner. Market associated with discrete manufacturing. Machinery that includes appliances, machine tools, farm equipments and watches. Electronics such as computer, television, DVD, players, smartphones and iPods. Defense and aerospace examples are fighter jets, tanks, nuclear submarines and battleships. High tech is made up of things like industrial robots. Automotive includes car, trucks and their myriad of components. Goods made through the process manufacturing are the example are foods, beverages, gasoline, pharmaceutical, plastics and chemicals. Okay, here we can have this actually the discrete manufacturing breaks the production up into pieces, pulls them all together at the end and create autonomous item. Here manufacturers employer a series of steps that are not dependent on another and asynchronous in nature. And the 5 top markets for discrete manufacturing are automotive, electronic, consumer goods, aerospace, and machinery. How we can improve this process manufacturing? With traceability, the manner in which these materials are produced and the compliance regulation constantly evolve. Being able to trace elements and finished product has become corporate gold for the process manufacturers. So business need to gather more supply chain data and make it easily accessible throughout the enterprises. Let's look a real world use. In business since 1965, a food that is in Seattle, food operates 4 distribution centers that move fresh produce to store in the eastern Midwest and southern United States. The Food Safety Modernization Act and Produce Traceability Initiative required and foods identify each item country of origin, so it groceries can display that information on their sales floor to meet the regulation and gain full product and ingredient traceability. The food producer successfully deployed. And now we will see improving discrete manufacturing process. Traditional items were loosely tracked as they left one facility and traveled to their next destination. That is no longer tolerable. Currently, competitive pressure requires real-time, fast, reliable, and accurate access to information. Data access enables the organization to respond to change in demand or unaccepted problems like a delivery truck getting a flat tire. Automatic data capture may be the answer. Okay, thank you very much for hearing it patiently.